It's national meets regional. It's Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us for a new path to arts and entertainment.
There really is no need to introduce our guest today. He has starred in such classic American films as Midnight Cowboy, The Graduate, Tootsie, and Rain Man, to name just a few. And he's with us today to talk about the feature film he directed called Quartet. I'd like to welcome Dustin Hoffman to Sidewalks.
Hi,
Dustin.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, thank you. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Thank you, Cindy, for inviting me.
So, when you were a kid growing up, was acting something that you kind of always thought you would end up doing, or did you have aspirations to be, a dentist or something else?
Never a dentist. In fact, when we did Marathon Man, the American Dental Association tried to stop us, the film from opening. I wanted to be a jazz piano player, and I just wasn't good enough.
I'll be darned. I didn't know that you played. Do you enjoy playing?
Yes, I wish I played better. But I was in City College getting very bad grades, and a friend of mine said, I said, I'm going to have to repeat this year over again. He says, well, take acting. It's 3 credits, and nobody flunks acting. It's like gym. So suddenly I took acting, and I was able to concentrate on one thing all day long, and I think that's what brought me to it.
Sure. Well, let's talk about the film that you directed called Quartet.
Wise man goes when he can, a fool goes when he must.
Look, here's Jean in all her glory.
Oh, Jean. You haven't changed a jot.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say she still looks like a young girl? Reggie, don't I get a kiss? Reg?
Now, I apologize for hurting you. Please be kind to me. We were different people then. There, I've been rehearsing that all the past week.
He's upset because he wasn't warned you were coming.
I'm not upset.
Oh, Reg, this is the first time we've seen each other in God knows how many years.
97.
Is it really that long? God, how time flies.
It stars a wonderful cast, including the amazing Maggie Smith. Is this the first time you've ever directed a project?
Yes, I started to direct a film that I wound up just acting in and producing back in the 70s, but this is the first time I have directed.
Tell us a little bit about the story.
Quartet really, I think, interested me because there were things I could tell or explain, which is what I always try to do, is learn something and then try to, put it out to the audience. And here, opera singers really have not been talked about, particularly when they get older and they have such a short shelf life like athletes, but also that they're an extremely erotic people, and coupled with people who are in their 70s and 80s, there's a mythology that, that there's a wane of sexuality, and that's not necessarily true. So I thought, well, this is a sexually volatile subject that I can get into, and being 75, I can attest to its authenticity.
Now, did you find that, obviously you are an amazing actor and have got a lot of experience behind you. Did being an actor sort of help you when you put on the director's cap? Did it give you an advantage?
Yes, it's a very good question, because actors, we think of directors as being technical directors. In other words, they're very good with a camera, and some directors we call actor directors, and they're usually directors who have acted, and there's just a shorthand of communication and an understanding that you have as a director if you have acted before. You know how frightened they are when they come on the set, and the idea is to relax them, and also give them time to find to get it right. Give them a chance to fail for a few takes until they ease into it.
Sure. Well, you've kind of, this was the very first project you've done. Has it scared you away? Are you looking to do more of this?
No, it would have scared me away if it flopped, but But it's been, in fact, that's why I'm unabashedly promoting it, because we had a much wider audience than I think the producers expected it. And people have identified with it, and I've never really done a film. You know, I go see the films I do when they first open, and I've never done a film before where there was applause at the end, and I've been seeing that in different countries and different cities for about 3 months now, and it's an extraordinary feeling.
I can imagine. Well, you know, you mentioned, you know, being in your 70s now, and is retirement something you're even contemplating? And if you were, you know, what would you want to do? Are you a golfer? You know, when you don't get to work, what do you want to do?
I think people tend to retire when they no longer like their job or never liked it. And I think the few of us that love what we do, we call it our work. And in a sense, there is no such thing as retirement. And that's basically what the film is talking about, is that you do not go gentle into that good night. I think the only difference is that if God tapped me on the shoulder and said, you can be a great jazz pianist starting tomorrow, but you won't be able to act or direct anymore, I might take him up on it.
Dustin, thank you so much for being with us today on Sidewalks. It was a true pleasure.
Thank you, Cindy.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.